Hello, we're back. I know I look hella sweaty and gross, but a new trailer just dropped, and we have more exciting footage to react to, so we're going to be taking a look at that today. Don't know exactly how many of these they're going to be coming out with. We had a teaser originally, then we had the We're Expecting You trailer, and now we got this one. I mean, it's a minute 30. It's kind of full trailer length, but we'll give it a look and see how it goes.
My name is Percy Jackson. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that.
They're going
Bad
with the full...
grades,
they did.
bullies, all the normal stuff. And then there's some stuff that's maybe not so normal.
There you are. You saw something. Something that no one else could see.
Is that Sally? She looks like a teenager.
I told you about great gods and half-bloods.
Classic. R.I.P. to the king.
Mrs. Jackson, things have changed. This is all developing a lot faster than we anticipated.
Grover, why is there half a goat in your pants?
So the important thing is not to panic.
Oh, that's cool.
Percy Jackson. We've been expecting you.
Hey, we got Chiron. Man, we got... Wow.
The
This-
master bolt
This is a full trailer.
has been stolen. That is your quest.
Ares.
Remember what I taught you?
Tunnel of Love. Is that the Arch?
You're gonna need to be brave now.
Okay. So, man, I'm getting the 2015 hype train heebie-jeebies. It's all coming back. It's been a while since I've seen something of Disney's that's, you know, been hype-worthy. This is actually really cool. First impressions, Chiron is not a white horse. Yep. He does have the, you know, thinning hair, scruffy beard look, which is cool. He looks legit. Lance, he looks like a, you know, classic pinstripe Zeus. The main trio, they're looking like they got some decent chemistry, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Sally was interesting. That was a bit of a wild card for this one, because I was expecting her to be like 40s, 50s, but she looks like she's barely even 30. Chemistry generally seems pretty good. The plot, way things look in terms of the scenes, it matches up pretty well. Visually, really cool. And this is a pretty high budget show, and the fact that they have the use of things like the volume means that it's going to be pretty high quality, I think, in terms of visuals at least. I was going to say at the beginning of this, when he was going through the narration, he was talking about, you know, am I a troubled kid? That's straight from the book narration, and it seems like they're going to be doing the pretty stereotypical, but, you know, not unexpected style of narration for the main character, just having an internal monologue. That's a very classic way of doing young adult book to screen adaptations, and it was not a big surprise to see them doing this. I mean, we saw it from all the way back in the first trailer, but here it's pretty clear that they're going to be fairly consistent, going through a lot of inner monologue, which to a certain extent it feels like it's almost necessary, because so much of the book is just him thinking, and that's what's so difficult about adapting these kind of stories, is that so much of what's happening is not happening on screen, it's just happening in his head, and that's difficult to translate unless you're changing things to an extent that's going to make things different. So, inner monologue, it's there. That is how it is.
You could say that.
I love the way they do the dyslexia. That's pretty much exactly what I had in my mind for how that would play out on screen. It's been done by media before. I mean, obviously the 2010 film.
Bullies. All the normal stuff. And then there's some...
Grover seems like a bit of a surprise, actually. He has not been very prevalent in much of the material. Certainly not audibly. I did not hear him before, but the way he speaks, he's very urgent. Seems pretty neat so far.
Stuff that's maybe...
The vibrating of the pen is interesting. I'm curious how it's going to open up.
You saw something.
She looks kind of goofy, not gonna lie. Dodds looks, I mean, it's not bad. It feels more like a harpy than one of the Arinyas, one of the, like, kindly ones. So I wonder how they're gonna play this. I'm going to go into a lot of detail about the actual plot, beat for beat, how the appearance of Dodds affects the rest of the story and the behind the scenes of everything going on in the plot, and it's gonna have a lot of ripple effects. So I'm really curious how they're gonna play this out. If it is exactly the way that the book had the story play out, I'm gonna say good job for faithful adaptation, but on a plot construction level, it could use some work.
Something that no one else could see.
Okay, yeah. Like, this shot particularly, she looks very young. Maybe it's her face that makes her look like a teenager. Like, in this shot specifically, she looks like, I don't know, she looks like she's in her mid-20s.
The stories that I have told.
Oh, and also, I saw some mentions on Twitter about the song Riptide being used. I don't know much about popular music from... I remember hearing it back when it was very popular. I guess it's still popular. I don't know, it's Riptide. There are some actual really good songs that I've been putting into my inspiration playlist for working on this stuff, and I've noticed a big trend of a lot of mythological, like specifically Greek mythological titles. It's just very interesting, but there's not much really that connects any of that to the actual story here. It is what it is. It's just a neat detail. It's cool that they have a thing called Riptide being in this. So yeah.
Things have changed. This is all developing a lot faster than we anticipated.
See, okay, yeah, Grover sounds super mature there. He's got the perfect amount of nervousness, but also he is doing the job. He's really to the point with what he's saying, and it's a really good representation as far as I can tell.
Why does there have a goat in your pants?
I mean, that, yeah. That's a way of putting it.
So the important thing is not to panic.
That's a good line. That's funny. I like that a lot.
Percy Jackson.
So I guess from the previous teaser, it wasn't Zeus saying that, it was Chiron who was saying we've been expecting you. I don't know what that implies. I mean, it would have woken up at the camp, so I don't know. Love the t-shirt design. Really, the cinematography is quite good. Like, this looks really professional. He's got the instincts. The combat looks pretty good. We haven't gotten much from Annabeth yet. I want to see more of her, because we haven't gotten, I don't think, a single line of dialogue from her.
Master Bolt has been stolen.
Okay. Who's that? Who is that? Is that supposed to be Hades? Where are they? Is this the underworld? That doesn't make any sense. What?
The Master Bolt has been
Is that supposed to be the underworld?
stolen.
This has got to be NTM's. For sure. Don't know why it's in a cave. But, like, they got the statues, right? Are those statues?
That is your
Casino, Lotus Hotel, yep.
quest.
Ares. A lot of this looks just really solid. Like that shot looks so cool. Like it's I'm actually devolving to 2015 Disney hype. Oh, this is so cringe. What statue is this? Tunnel of Love? No. Crusaders. I don't know if we know this place. This might be a new location. New addition to the story. I don't know. Is that a shield that they need? Looks like she can move if she wants to. I honestly have no idea what this room is or what they're doing here. So, could be a cool addition to the plot. Some good old DLC. That is also interesting. Are those souls of the underworld? This is really cool because it's giving me a lot more than what you would traditionally expect from the beat-by-beat story. It's giving us a lot more of elements that are mysterious looking that I don't know what to expect with. That is interesting. They got the whole hug. This is probably at the end of the quest. It's got to be something like that, yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay. The room had to be Aphrodite as the statue, had to be the Tunnel of Love. I don't know why it turns into this ancient-looking thing, but, you know, cool. Hold up.
Taught you.
Yep, that is for sure the arch, and that is Echidna. Yeah, that looks legit. I don't know if they built a set for this or went up to the actual arch. I can't imagine they went to the actual arch. They had to have built a set. Because from what I can tell, I did a little bit of Google on what the inside of the arch looks like, and I don't think it looks exactly like this. They have, like, the actual walls, and then it, like, goes in, and it, like, insets. And then the window is, like, couple feet in past the wall, and you can see the glass, and it's like you have a little bit of light but not this much. So I think it might be exaggerating the features of the actual arch a little bit, but it's cool. I like it. I have no problem with it. Is it a click pen? It looks like. Oh wow, that's interesting. It doesn't work mechanically like they did in the films. It sort of just shimmers into an actual sword. It's kind of neat. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. We're getting pretty close. December 20th. I have a lot to do. So I think this trailer gave us more than any other has at this point, and it is giving us a really good idea of how these characters are going to be, and it seems like they're going to be pretty accurate, which is awesome. We got some solid character dynamics going on, got good visuals, good cinematography, VFX. The dialogue is overall pretty witty from what I can tell. There were a couple that were just like, yeah, it's fine. We're just getting trailer footage at this point. It's not the entire show, so I won't critique it too hard on that, but the impression that they're giving overall is very positive. So the closer we get to it, the more excited I'm becoming, to be honest. When we were just getting details and rumors and news, it seemed like this could really go either way, but I think this trailer in particular has given us, at least given me, a sense of comfort and anticipation, which I'm not necessarily used to. Again, I'm going to be going into this pretty objective, at least trying to, unbiased. Going to be looking at it not from a fan's perspective necessarily. I'm going to be trying to critique it and make sure that I look at every facet of the story, the characters, all that jazz. And ultimately, it will make for better content when the comparison itself comes out. I'm going to be watching the show itself with a few other people to try and bring in those more biased perspectives so we can have people more in favor of, you know, the fan servicey stuff, and then people that really don't have much exposure to it outside of just hearing about the story. And we'll try and get a variety of perspectives. But December 20th, it's coming in pretty hot, coming in close, and lots to look forward to, lots to prepare for. The anticipated release schedule of the reactions is going to be a day following the episodes of my own series, my own scripts. So December 20th, you can expect the first video. December 21st, you can expect the first reaction. And then it will follow weekly until the show is done. And then after that, at some unknown point in time, I'll be releasing the development video, which will include the critiques, and then a conclusive final video to wrap it up with a bow, compare, contrast, and overall just explore the idea of how this should be done, what kind of precedent we're trying to set for how adaptations should be conducted from book to screen. Yep, bye. Yep, that's it. I'll see you in December.